Today on the Point Blank Performance YouTube channel, we're in our CNC department where we take raw billet aluminum, program it, put it in the machine, and out pumps a billet part for you guys, the diesel truck enthusiasts. Guys, I want to state, we do not work on anything other than diesel trucks. No cars, no ATVs, period. Now moving on. In the beginning of this video, you got to see a brand new machine unloaded. We're going to be getting to that and what its job here is at Point Blank. First off, let's touch base on our Haas Vf5Ss. Now we said we put raw billet aluminum in there. This is the aluminum machine, meaning anything for your diesel truck, valve cover, sump, grid air heater, any of those parts or accessories, this is what this guy makes. Since June, it got unloaded and it's been pumping out parts. We've got a category of up to 50 parts that we've been making for this, you, the diesel enthusiast. Today, we're going to touch on two parts that's coming up available for purchase in early January. First product we're talking about is a fuel sump. First off, what is a fuel sump? Let me pick it up. This is a fuel sump. To you guys, it looks like just a big circle. Well, cut a hole in the bottom of your fuel tank with a hole saw. You put this dude in there. If you're adding a fast fuel system or air dog, now I got your attention. Now you know what it does. It feeds fuel to that fuel system. That way you can get it to your high pressure pump. We all like power, and guess what? You need fuel and air to make power. That is the main goal. This is step one. You gotta feed fuel from the fuel tank to the fast fuel pump. Guys, since 2010, I've been putting on sump. The best of the best, that's how we started. We only wanted to deal with companies that offered elite products. So I had a huge wall to climb, right? They were all good. Can't deny that. You can get on eBay and buy some cheap ass shit. That's not what we're gonna do here. This dude's made in Arkansas right here. So guys, what is the main goal of our sump? Well, first off, when you pull this dude out of the box, it better look badass, right? Point blank performance all over it. See this dash 10? What's that mean for you? That means that's a 5/8 line. We call this the Big Pac-Man. This is the sump for any of you guys that are serious diesel enthusiasts. You want to make that 600 horsepower, 700 horsepower, this is a sump for you. You got a big fuel line here, the dash 10, and a dash 10 for the return. That way there's no blockage. If you block that return port, watch your fast pressure, it'll go through the roof. These are some of the things that I did notice on some of the best fuel sumps out there. So we wanted to correct that, not to take anything away from them. So the next thing is, if you get a bunch of bad fuel in your diesel truck, you've got to drain that out of there. It happens. Sometimes you get gasoline in it, you got to evacuate all of it out of the system. How are you going to do that? Here at the bottom it says drain. There's an 1/8 inch MPT port. You unscrew that dude, let all the fuel come out, fill it fresh fuel diesel, you're good to go, right? Yes. Speaking of diesel, sometimes it does happen. If you're the guy, you like to push your trucks to the limit, you've got that gas gauge on E, well, how are you going to get fuel into this bowl? Because you've got a top plate that comes over the top of it, right? If we block all this off, you're not getting fuel in there. This little slit here allows us to get fuel into the sediment pocket. Once we fill it up, if you have any sediments, they want to settle here at the bottom. They jump up and over our little bridge, they fill up this feed port here, then your fast fuel system or your air dog has all the fuel it can possibly need. Guys, these are a few changes that we wanted to do and make in our sump that goes on your trucks when you come in here and get them built by us. Guys, what's the next product we're going to be talking about? Well, the Dodge coming, guys, you got to have a valve cover. So when you're driving down the road, our valve cover accomplishes this. When you're 1800, 2100 RPMs, you're not going to be shitting out oil everywhere, filling up your catch can, or oil soaking the whole entire underneath the truck, draining the oil system, which you have to put oil back in it. You could run it low of oil, could hurt an engine. Number two thing it's going to accomplish is this. We went in, opened up the slots as big as possible. These are all dash 12. So anytime you put a 90 degree on there, you're getting as much airflow out the engine vapors. If you choke up the engine vapor, you will have an oil leak somewhere. Better yet, you will cause a failure of a bearing somewhere because it can't get the excess oil into a drain because all the drains have tons of pressure out on them. So guys, we're super impressed with our baffling system on them. These are two products that's going up in January for you guys if you're looking to purchase one of ours. Now, let's check out that VF5. So guys, we've got our brand new Vf5Ss. Behind me, we talked about the Vf3. Its sole purpose is this, to do all of the billet aluminum. That's a 5-axis machine. This one's set up as a 5-axis as well. but the VF5 has a purpose, and its purpose is this: to cut all the steel and titanium that we can possibly manufacture, right? We reached out to a company earlier this year. We knew that there were shortages, we had the COVID stuff going on and all that. We respect all that. We asked them on the manifolds, we want to make the 1/2-inch spacer to get our turbocharger up off the manifold on the Dodge Cummins. This was something at the time that just didn't have the manpower or whatever it was to get it done. We respect that. So we're put into a corner. Keep releasing out kits that I just don't like how it looks like shit. Or we go after, we get another machine, and let's get this over with. Guys, that's what we're doing. So we got a machine here, we're gonna hit it head on. The first product in that machine will be an exhaust manifold for the Dodge Cummins. Next week, they're coming in, they're getting power to this machine. The Haas guys will be out here, get the vices on it, and guess what? We're cutting that exhaust manifold. So I know come January, you guys are gonna be up on the website looking for that PVP product tab. We're gonna be dropping 2 products, the valve cover and the sump out of the VF3, and of course that exhaust manifold. Tune into our social media. When we get that dude up and running, we gotta go through the process. We're gonna be on the dyno, testing it out, making power, making for sure our fabricator likes it. Gotta go through all that. Make for sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Any questions or comments about today's products or the machines, drop them below. See you next week here at Point Blank Performance.